And now the angling world's certainly very male-dominated, and although there are women's teams in coarse, sea and fly fishing on the international scene, not so many ladies seem to get involved at club level. Well, one young woman is determined to change that. Andy Ford took a long trip north to Loch Whinney in Berwickshire to meet Lucy Bowden, founder of the Fishing for Everyone Ladies Club.
Lucy, just tell us a little bit about the club and how it all works.
The Fishing for Everyone Ladies Fishing Club was set up last year as an official ladies fishing club with a committee, etc. Basically to get more ladies into angling. You know, I've realised, I've been fishing 17, 18 years and realised that there is an interest there for ladies, and they are keen to give it a go. So I thought, well, let's set it up, let's get some more ladies into it.
What's today all about?
Today is about having fun. Now we've got 8 ladies who've never fished before with us today.
The age range is massive, isn't it? And that's one of the wonders of this sort of thing, because
It is.
anybody young or old can take it up. What do you think people get from it?
I think different people get different things from fishing. For me, it's a form of relaxation, it's away from work, meeting new people, socialising. Other ladies come to meet new friends, you know, it's just something completely different, away from normal day life. It's a beautiful day, it's lovely being outside in the fresh air. The other group's going to head outside. Those of you who have fished before are going to obviously just head onto the water. Those of you who haven't fished before are going to receive some cast intuition from Alan Young, who's sitting in the corner there. Hiding away. Alan is a level 2 angling coach, and he's going to be assisted by myself.
Very lightly, just in the palm of your hand, thumb on the top, and when you're casting, that rod will follow your thumb. So if your thumb points that way, the rod will follow that way.
We've got a massive array of ages here. Got a 9-year-old right up to someone who's in her 60s. And they just all get on together. They just all muck in and just all enjoy each other's company, and they help each other. If one lands a fish, the other one will run over and help her. Whether it's the 9-year-old helping the 60-odd-year-old or the 60-odd-year-old helping the 9-year-old, doesn't matter. They just all enjoy it. And I think that's one of the great things about fishing, is that anyone can do it. You know, as I always say, it doesn't matter what your age, race, your gender or your ability is, anyone can do it.
The fish aren't fussy either, are they?
Fish aren't fussy, they don't care, not at all. The best thing about this place is the fact that, you know, you've got the scenery, you've got the lovely lodge, so if it's cold, it's wet, you can go in there, there's a lovely log fire, and the girls catch, and that's the main thing about fishing, especially when they've just started. The novices, they need to catch, and that gets them hooked for life. There's nothing better than when one of my girls catches her first fish, and you know you've sort of helped and supported her to do that. It's just a fantastic feeling, and just to see their smiles on their faces when they leave is it's just wonderful. I love it.
Saw you earlier on with some of the coaching with the youngest member of our party today, Ruby.
Ruby.
Also, that must be brilliant too, working with kids like that.
We start in that position, don't we? Yeah. And we lift, and we stop there, and we flick forward. All right? And lift, stop there, flick forward. Give that a go. Lift. Excellent. You're just going back that bit too far, Ruby. If you can stop at, say, 1 o'clock, if you think of the clock face, and you think that rod's a ticker on the clock, and you stop at 1 o'clock, all right? Much better, much better. I love working with kids, and I love working with adults right the way through. It is slightly different coaching methods with children, as you can imagine, but they all appreciate it just as much as the next. And I think if you can get the youngsters into it, so get the kids into it, you know, they're going to carry it on. They're the next generation to carry on what we're doing now, and that's the way forward.
Because you started fly fishing very young yourself, didn't you?
I did. I was about 5 years old, and I went out with Dad, caught my first rainbow, and just absolutely fell in love with it and never looked back. I don't think I ever will look back.
So what is it about the sport for you then? What gets you out onto the bank every time you go fishing?
I think it's the excitement of catching that fish. Just the pure adrenaline rush you get when you catch. And, you know, being, like I keep saying, the environment is just beautiful today. It's an absolutely wonderful day.
Start with one corner,
Okay. Flip forward. Much better.
So why do you feel it needs to be an exclusively ladies' club?
There's so many fishing clubs out there that are primarily for guys. You know, fishing is a male-dominated industry, and it's lovely for the ladies just to be able to go and relax, meet new female friends, and just have a lovely day together. You know, I think girls do things differently to boys, and when we have a ladies' day, we'll have tea and coffee and cake to start with, and we'll have a nice lunch, and we'll end with tea and coffee and cake. Whereas men don't do that. It's not like that for them. So for us, it's more of a social get together and fishing.
Ultimately, where would you like to see the club going then?
I would like the club to grow really big. I'd like it to become really well known, because apart from the England Ladies Fly Fishing Association, as far as I'm aware, we're the only ladies-only official angling club.
I've noticed today it's kind of like a big family, really, isn't it?
It is. Actually, that is a very good way of putting it. It is like a big family. You know, we have the stereotypical mother type, and then we have, you know, sort of the bossy one, which I suppose you'd say was me. And yeah.
I wouldn't dare say that, Lucy.
But yeah, we are. We're like a big family. That's a really good way of putting it.
How do you find the other women kind of cope with it? I mean, it's not a sort of the first sport that people would turn to, is it?
I think some people find it quite hard, but I think once they catch their first fish, I think that's it. You're addicted.
It's just good social day out, you know. So as you've sort of seen, it's sort of mainly eating and drinking tea and this sort of thing, and then with a bit of fishing in between. So it's been good.
First experience of fly fishing, what do you reckon?
It's really good, yeah. I've had a great time.
What do you like about it?
Just being by the river sort of thing and trying to work on your technique, and there's always something that you're learning as well. So that's really enjoyable.
$1 million question, would you come back and do it again?
Yeah,
would you have another
I
go?
would. I actually really would. Maybe when it's a little bit warmer, I have to admit, where my hands aren't freezing, but I really enjoyed it. I would definitely come back again.
What would you be doing if you weren't here?
What day is it? Saturday? Shopping possibly, I don't know. Walking the jog. So yes, definitely a different pace to what I'd usually be doing on a Saturday.
What would you rather be doing?
I think I'd actually rather be here.
Right, time for tea and cake.
Well, Lucy, ladies, thank you very much for having us. I could get used to this, you know.
That was good fun. I tell you, we've got the bossy one coming down here in the middle of July. We've got.
Do you think she'll keep you in order then?
Well, I don't know. It remains to be seen. I wouldn't be in the least bit surprised. No, Lucy's coming down middle of July. We're going to be talking about the club, and I mean, it's the sort of thing when you think about it, it's almost in a different way. Like Get Hooked on Fishing, it's something quite easily go nationwide, because there are probably more women fly fishing than course fishing as a percentage.
Probably,
because
you're right, yeah.
most of the fly fisheries have got the facilities that are essential for most women. They've got somewhere where they can have a cup of tea, they've got toilets, and it's just something that's easier for them to get into.
Well, and they're very, very good at it.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, they don't use muscle like most guys try to use.
Oh, tell me
of course,
about
they cast
it, yeah.
beautifully.
If only I could learn. I mean, I haven't got any muscles anyway, but those I've got, I exert when I'm fly fishing, and it's completely wrong.
Yeah, just technique.
Exactly, yeah. And that looked like it was a very difficult day there. It was a nasty wind,
Nasty,
which is dear on the
squally
mind.
wind, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
nasty wind. But they seemed to be having a great time, and I've got to say, I did like the look of that cake. I don't know if Lucy's going to come down with that, but there's every likelihood we'll be having that slice instead of the old biscuit tin. We might have the cake dish on.
Might be a little dry by then.
Yeah. Oh no, we might have a different one. Like, look, coffee to me, and I'm always not averse to a bit of coffee cake. That's it. No, it's great. Do you get many women on your fishery?
Yeah. I mean, mine's a syndicate water, and but it's probably there's only 22 members, but 5 of them are ladies.
Oh,
and
that's
the
great.
ladies tend to migrate more to the syndicate type waters.
Yeah.
It seems.
Yeah.
They seem happier on that. But I teach an awful lot of ladies every year
Fantastic,
to fly
yeah.
fish.
Well, we'll find out a bit more about it when Lucy's down in a couple of weeks' time. Tom,